No dust. That's a good thing.
Absolutely no dust.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll be honest, this is pretty amazing. Because this car is hammered, right? And we're doing an extreme version of it. What is Stixotropic?
When you shake it, it's water. When it stops moving, it gels.
So it's not running down the panel. So no matter how much I spray,
It's not gonna go anywhere.
Got it.
Look at this. It says that's super clean right now.
Super clean.
This is ready for paint or a coating, a ceramic coating, right now. Feel the pull on that. There's no oil.
All right, so if you heard the podcast with Tom, I had a very specific way that I wanted a product formulated, and this is sample number 1. I have no idea how many samples this is gonna take. Hopefully, as Tom says, maybe 1, which would be ideal. But today, we're at Tom's shop, and what I wanted to go over is for Tom to show us what he made. So I have a bunch of pads, a Rotary, a DA, and a really horrible scratched up car, which I think will make the perfect test subject. So obviously, any product that I make goes through many iterations if it has to, right? But what I want to show in this video and then subsequent videos is exactly how the sausage is made. I've talked about that in multiple podcast episodes of once I saw how the sausage was made, I became jaded, but I'm dead set on changing that. And everyone says they have technology. Everyone says they have the best products ever, right? But I actually want to prove it. So anyway, before we get into polishing, Tom, we talked about it in the podcast, but tell me more about like how you made this sample and how it differs from maybe other stuff that you made in the past, or just talk about it, I guess.
So, like we talked about, this is the funnest part of my job. Just go in and create something. You don't know if it's going to work. Most times it doesn't. You got to do it over and over and over and over again. And that's how we created System 1 and what would become CSI. So when we talked, it's like you want a product that most importantly does not dust. It's like, okay.
And it's a little bit different, right? Because CSI, which is a phenomenal product, and System 1, and we had a podcast all about that, right? But CSI and your focus has really been body shop. Yes, so the needs for a DIYer or a detailer versus a body shop are slightly different. And that's where dusting comes in, right?
Yes.
Where a body shop doesn't care. It really doesn't matter. But a detailer, if it dusts, it's over. It's over. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry,
this is a perfect. My buddy Chuck's like, hey, can you buff this truck? This thing has been at the barn with our horses forever. It looks like,
This is terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah, this is as bad. This is why it's a perfect example, because if your car's this bad, exactly. You got probably more issues. Yeah. But this is a perfect test subject, right?
It's perfect.
Okay.
So the idea behind it was no dust, but then can I get enough cut to do what you need to do? And this is going to be the test subject.
Okay.
Can we actually remove, not cover up, but remove these scratches and leave a perfect finish with one product?
Right, because that's my goal, is one product. We could talk about multiple pads, but it just reminded me of something. When I was developing like the Super Soaper and a couple of my other products, I talk about this give and take. Mm-hmm. Like there's always a give and take to products. And so what is when you add in, what is it that you add in more of, and you don't have to spill your secret sauce, but what are you adding in more of to make it not dust that you may be getting rid of that cut?
So the main product that dusts, I guess we call it exhaust, when the polish is done, is the aluminum oxide. But
are those the so everyone talks about abrasives or non-diminishing abrasives, diminishing abrasives, AAT I think 3D came up with, which I think heard was made up. But like there's all these made up things. But the aluminum oxide, he said, that's the abrasive?
That is the abrasive.
Okay, so is there such thing as non-diminishing abrasive?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So when you look at diminishing abrasive, and that's what pretty much there was no such thing as non-diminishing until System 1 came on. We coined that term because that term comes from the plastic industry. They can't use diminishing abrasive. When a big particle has to break down, it still has some big particles there. You didn't break down all the particles. So the exhaust that's coming off a compound or a diminishing abrasive has some big particles.
Okay.
Now, that's why anybody who, 3M or whoever, who uses multi-products, you have to absolutely wash the vehicle in between steps, or you will get what's called cross-contamination. That's a big problem.
Because those abrasives are still on the panel?
Those,
Got it.
And some of them didn't break down.
And they didn't break down?
Yeah,
Okay.
some of them didn't. So you have to wash it,
So
or you'll
is non-diminishing
contaminate.
abrasives as good of a thing as everyone makes it seem?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, a good product or a good determination for non-diminishing would be like a diamond. You're not going to diminish. A diamond's not going to break down.
Okay.
It's hard. It's
Right.
super hard. It has a MOR hardness of as hard as you can get, a 10. So our product isn't a diamond, but it's it comes close to that. In the CSI line, especially in the XX, that is, so you can just use one product to grind out any sand scratch. This one is bad, and that's why it's going to be interesting to see.
That's part of the fun of the video, right?
What this product.
Okay. Because I think now that you say diamonds, I think people are starting to talk about like nano diamond in compounds. I don't know. It gets very weird. Anyway, that's why I went with you though, because I wanted your System 1. We talked about how I love System 1 way back in the day. It's this total full circle moment. And I really want to see, I think people are interested in seeing, like, can you go from idea to conception, right? Can you go to this, hey, I have this idea of a product that I want. I know there's a slew of them on the market that claim all these things, but can we create something and then show how we create it? So
I can't wait to try them. Yeah.
Anyway, so what was the give? So you take away some cut to give more work time and less dusting?
So, we talked about mayonnaise, good emulsion, right?
Right.
Basically oil, and it uses egg, and then you bind it together with vinegar. That's how you make mayonnaise. It's a really nice, creamy emulsion.
Okay.
That's the key to this product.
Okay.
It's a really, really nice
Because you don't want
emulsion.
separation.
You don't want separation.
Okay.
And when you look at this product, it's super nice and thick and
We'll pour
creamy.
some out on the hood, Bryant, to show it. Okay.
And then we put in just what I thought was the right amount of this special aluminum oxide, so that you can get the cut, I hope.
Yep.
And obviously we can
Yeah, we'll
make
see.
a new
Maybe
product.
it doesn't, but we'll do another one. Okay. Yeah, this is in no means like it's supposed to be a one and done like video series at all. Okay. So let's put it on. Let's put a couple pads on the panel and we'll see how it goes. To celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Jimbo's detailing product line, I'm giving everything away. So you get this super soaper, all dressed up, tough as shell, complete cabin cleaner, Pure Magic cleaner, the Gloss Boss, towels, everything completely for free. It's free to enter, it's free to win, and there's multiple ways that you can get tons and tons of entries. So if you go to jimbosdetailing.com/giveaway, I'll have all the information there. And again, thank you for all the support over the past year. None of this would be available without you. And so to give back, I'm giving everything away. So my favorite combo for one-steps, because I'll be honest, I don't love polishing paint. It's not like fun to me. Some people it's very therapeutic. For me, it's just it's a necessary evil. So I found like 3D1 is my ultimate go-to. I love that product. And in our first podcast we did, you talked about how Tunch picked your brain. And so that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I'd rather just go to the source, right? Anyway, so my favorite one-step combo is a microfiber pad with 3D1. So I guess that's where we'll start, because that's what I like. And this paint is completely hammered.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll give it to you for a Rotary. I don't mind Rotary polishing, but I know you love Rotary polishing. Is this about how much I should use, or
just so there's enough, to get.
I'm just going to do from here.
And I'm not a big user of spreading it around.
Okay.
Because it evaporates the water from the product. So I just put the head on.
Okay.
Turn it on. Inject the product up into the head.
Okay.
That way you're not wasting, the good part of this emulsion, which is the water.
So priming the pad, when people do all that, is that not
Nonsense.
necessary? They just do it
Total
because
nonsense.
it sprays, right?
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
just so it,
Okay, and
eliminates
then
the spraying.
speed-wise?
I always go about halfway, and then if I, see that I need to be more aggressive, at least I have that other half to go up.
So I'm gonna go all the way up. Arm speed?
Comfortable. Just whatever's comfortable. The product won't get sticky. These products are made to work in the sun, so it'll never ever get sticky on you.
We're definitely gonna need more. Let me put a little more product. I'm starting to get gloss,
Yeah,
so I'll
cool.
wipe it. That was just a couple passes.
Wow.
So I'm starting to get gloss.
You didn't put much pressure on
I
there.
didn't put much pressure. Should I put more pressure on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
bear down. I mean, I
feel like I need a
because
little more
we're
product.
not using a rotary,
Right.
I mean, I bear down with a rotary.
Hardcore. So what we'll do actually is I'll have you do a rotary
Okay,
on this
yeah,
side.
great.
And then, but we'll just keep going here first. That was only, what, a couple passes?
Yeah, bear down, get your cut.
Like that?
Yeah. Squish the pad. I always say, squish the pad, make the pad work. I like the stroke on this 15 millimeter DA. It works really well. No dust. That's a good thing.
Absolutely no dust.
Yeah, that's good.
And you know what else I noticed? There's no smell.
Yeah,
It doesn't smell bad.
this shouldn't have any smell.
Wow, this is, and it wipes off good. So I'm trying to talk through the things that I think about. So the workability, the work time was great.
What do you think?
It cut a lot.
It did cut a lot.
It cut a lot.
It did.
If you look like between here and here,
Oh, yeah,
it
big
cut
difference.
a lot
Yeah.
with. And
Now,
again,
would you want more cut in there?
I'm not sure yet because this is
The more cut we put in, the more chance of dusting.
okay. I'm gonna switch
Now,
up.
most cars aren't going to be this fast.
So we're working on a really extreme example. Yeah. I just had the idea, medium cut. Let me go to where was the heavy cut one?
The white one,
Was
maybe?
it the white one? No, that's softest. I thought it was the blue. Oh no, it was green. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For them.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
So what I want to do is follow up with a green pad or a heavy cut pad to see if maybe the foam, maybe it reacts better. I'll be honest, this is pretty amazing because this car is hammered, right? And we're doing an extreme version of it, right?
Yeah.
This is desert pinstripes to the max, right? So, but what I want to see, but that's what I'm going after is one product, one pad. Because what I'm not seeing is any micro marring.
Yeah.
So that's a big issue that sometimes I'll run into with 3D1. It's really not that often. I say 3D1 works 99% of the time with a Eurofiber pad. But sometimes what I'll get, and this is factory GM paint.
Yeah,
So this is factory GM black paint. This is as hard as it gets
Oh, yeah.
for a
This
clear
is
coat.
really hard.
With a hammered,
Yeah.
and what I'm not getting is micro marring. So sometimes what I'll get with 3D1 with the Eurofiber pad is it'll correct the spider webbing, but then it leaves like the haze behind.
Now, because I don't know that product, do they have protection in that product?
Not that one.
Okay.
So but there's no protection in it, but you can't ceramic coat over it. I've tried it. So
wow.
you do have to hit it with an IPA after, and it doesn't ever really dust except sometimes when you get buildup on the pad, it'll start to dust a little bit, but
Here's something unique about our products, which says you can go right over the top of this with ceramic. And if you, like you're saying that product, doesn't have protection in it, but it has something that's keeping you from putting...
It has something, but they had a big issue with 3D speed or HD speed, because that was their all-in-one, which is an amazing product. I love that too, but everyone criticized them because it had fillers, they said.
Look at this. This is so neat.
So, okay, what test are you doing right here? This is cool.
Says that super clean right now.
Super clean.
This is ready for paint or a coating, a ceramic coating, right now.
You could ceramic coat
right
over
now.
this.
Feel the pull on that.
Wow.
There's no oil.
So is this a good test for detailers to do?
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a short too, Bryant. So here's a good test for detailers to do to know if your car is ready to ceramic coat it. Put a piece of tape, and if you get it super sticky on the pole, you're ready to ceramic coat,
it's ready.
add
it's
wax,
clean.
whatever. It's clean.
This is squeaky clean. There's no grease on this product. The surfactant keeps it really, really clean.
Whoa. Okay. So much to unpack here. All right, let's take this off. Let me hit it with the foam, and then I'm going to have you hit it with the rotary, and we'll see. All the way up, yeah. I didn't really want you to get it in the first sample because I wanted more content. But this is exactly what I want to showcase people, is that you can get, if you work with qualified good people, you can get even better products. And that to me is looking damn good. I mean, it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. It
looks really good.
It's not perfect, but if let's pull the tape, Brian, and you can look at. So I hate tape. So let's look at, in the light, the before and after. Can you see that, Bryant? Granted, we did 2 steps and, but still, we did it with a battery-powered buffer. And it's just, that's amazing for a first iteration.
Yeah, that's, I'm real happy with that.
That's incredible. You could even show the back door too if you wanted to go from here to here. But that's, in a subsequent video, I'll have to bring in 3D one and we'll do some product testing comparisons. But why don't we also, why don't we have you put it on a rotary and see, we could just leave whatever, we could leave it here.
I need the battery.
Shout out to Julio at Rupes for hooking it up with all these pads. I reached out to him. I've known him since he was at his Buff and Shine days and said, Julio, I'm going to start working on this product with Tom. He's like, oh, let me run down and get some pads for you. So he gave me a ton of pads. So shout out to Julio. Thanks, Julio. So, okay, so rotary polishing has become quite the rage.
Yeah.
This car in this position, I would say, definitely rotary first.
Yeah,
like it was a little stupid to go DA.
Well, I'm glad you did it that way. I was a little afraid it wasn't going to work because I'm going, it's a DA.
Yeah.
It's not going to cut. But with that microfiber pad,
yeah,
it cut like butter. Mm-hmm. I was really surprised. And me watching you do that, this product is going to work really well with a wool pad.
And that's what I want. I want to create a system where it's one liquid, one pad that works for the vast majority of situations. However, I want it like flexible enough that like you could put it on a rotary and it's going to work flawless on there too, because not everyone has a skill set of a rotary. So I want it kind of to be a flexible polish too. So I'm interested to see it on a DA.
So same thing, put it,
Is there a benefit to having it be like runnier or thicker or sprayable or not sprayable?
I want a product that hangs, that has hang time.
Okay.
You know, that it stays in there.
Okay.
You know, that it doesn't just fall on the ground.
Okay.
So I want it thick enough. And I can control the thickness for you.
Okay.
You say, okay, I want it thicker. Okay, we can make it a little bit thicker.
Okay.
And it's still, because of the thickening agent I use that comes from the skincare industry, it's not going to get sticky.
Okay.
So now we've got, well, we're going
Want
to
a
use
stool?
all this product. No, it's okay. Hold the
You got a
butter
lot
here.
of product on there, so I'm expecting a little bit of spray.
But now we inject it all into the pad.
Okay.
So this keeps the spray down.
Okay.
It's not going to go anywhere. And yeah, I did use a lot. The scratches are coming right out.
Yeah, you're seeing almost instantly how much quicker a rotary
Stays
would be.
nice and wet.
Yeah. So when you're rotary polishing,
I'm up on edge.
you're on edge the whole time.
All that
Okay.
nonsense of holding it flat.
Yes. And
that
your
we've
arm
all
speed is
been
quick.
Oh yeah.
Quick arm speed, on edge the whole
And
time.
I'm grinding.
Grinding
I
it.
am grinding those scratches out. And no dust.
And up on edge, for anyone wondering, is he has the buffer turn.
Right
See how
up on edge.
So he's the edge of the backing plate, that yellow piece is what he's talking about. And you're going to show me up with how much faster a rotary is.
Obviously, we've got some swirl marks, but it should come right out now with the DA.
So there still is some deeper scratches,
Are there?
like right in there, like a little bit.
Okay,
Can you see those?
Yep. Wow. Those are really in there. Okay, they're coming right out.
Are they coming out?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look at Jimbo. And just a little more polishing, and it'll take.
So that's where a rotary. It's going to be embarrassing for people watching to be like, oh my gosh, Jimbo works so long. But if he just would have had a rotary, so then we could hit it with the let's hit it with the DA.
Yeah, let's hit it with the DA.
Here, I got another battery over here, Tom. If you want to.
Oh, I got it. Here. We'll
Got one?
yeah.
Okay. And let's do it with that green pad still.
Oh, you use a coarse pad?
Yeah, let's use a coarse pad.
Okay.
Or do you think I should try something
I think
different?
go right to the finest.
Finest?
Yeah.
Which I think would be the white one.
Okay, I would.
Yeah, final.
And let's just see if it's able to take out the swirl mark.
Should I wipe it? Should I add more
you
product?
don't need to.
Do I need
Because
to add
there's
more
no-
product?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would.
Add more
A
product.
couple drops. There's no cross-contamination, so you don't have to wipe it off.
Okay. And just go straight into...
Yeah.
Look at the workability on a...
It'll stay completely wet the whole time.
So let's see how that looks. A little blind over on this side without the... Oh my gosh. So it looks like there's maybe some tiny, deeper ones, but it's... I mean, we're pretty nitpicking at that point, but there's no...
Yeah, no,
swirl-
I didn't polish over
Oh, okay.
here.
So
I
just-
was just
got it.
concentrating right here.
So right where you were at,
I mean,
kind
right
of...
here, this looks really
Looks
good.
perfect. So now there's no swirl marks.
And that did seem to take it out. And you weren't
Yeah.
even pushing.
No.
Normally I would push a little
Okay.
bit more.
Okay.
But I wanted to see what you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
going to
yeah.
do without using any pressure with that super fine pad.
For how... I'm very...
And no dust.
No dust. No dust.
So we
it
got
did not-
that.
Got that. So you nailed the no dusting. The work time is great. The cut is great. Works on a rotary. The only other thing I asked you to do is, could you make it sprayable? And you were like, sure, because I don't know if there's any... let me bust it out. Wow, because I'll do maybe a spot on the door now. So you were able to make a sprayable version of it. Is there any, as I kind of get the door set up, is there any benefit to having a sprayable compound versus a non-sprayable compound?
I don't know. I like the idea.
Yeah, I think,
when you ask for it, I'm like, oh, I like the idea.
because I think it's
I don't know where I would use it, but I don't know.
one area where I think it's interesting is for I'll go green pad on that. One area I think it's interesting is where I think they have it is for product dispersion. Like if you want to get more of an even coverage, if you don't want, that's where I think it may be beneficial, but it's part of the discovery. I don't know, so I'm just, you made it. So what did you do differently to take it from a cream to a spray?
So because we're working with really good ingredients, these products are dilutable in all of our products. Everything that we make is dilutable in water, good water.
So you can even take CSI currently and dilute it with water.
Totally dilute them. And that's
Can you do that with most polishes and compounds or no?
No.
Okay.
Because
that is unique to your formulation.
It's unique to our emulsion.
Okay.
It's a good solid emulsion.
Okay.
So now we have to run it through a special mixer to get it to totally become homogeneous, meaning totally locked together.
Okay.
But you'll see that this product, if you spray it on here, it's thixotropic. So it's gelled now.
And thixotropic, for people who don't know, because I think that's a whole nother awesome technology that no one talks about. What is thixotropic?
The product will, when you shake it, it's water. When it stops moving, it gels.
So it's not running down the panel.
It won't.
So no matter how much I spray.
Yeah, I mean, if you totally loaded it up, it would start to come, but it's not. It's not going to go anywhere.
Got it. Now I have too much product on that panel. Oh well. All right, so I want to try, we went green pad, which is the most aggressive foam, because who knows, maybe it works better with foam, right? These are all the things that I need to figure out if I'm going to launch this product. So. But that was interesting. It didn't really spray like most products would. It just kind of got. And I started at 6.
Oh, neat.
So would you edge it with a DA?
Not with a DA. I always stay flat.
You would just add more pressure.
Use pressure to get cut.
And my arm speed's good, or would you go faster or slower?
No, that's comfortable. Yeah, whatever's comfortable for your shoulders. I always tell everybody, only do the distance of your shoulder, because when you start to reach outside of that, you're going to hurt your shoulder.
Got it.
So stay within your shoulder, and then you just move to the next area. Same amount of cutter, just diluted with water.
Got it. So it will cut the same, the water will not dilute the cut ability, or it will?
It could change the cut a little bit. It could. We can always increase the cut for the water version too.
Got it.
For the sprayable version.
Got it. Let's see how that did with just one.
And you didn't even use microfiber.
No, I didn't use microfiber. So that did better, or I don't know if it did as good as the microfiber side. I think the microfiber did a little bit better, but still a dramatic improvement in color, color depth, and still a dramatic improvement. Not a ton of cut, and a lot of cut in there. Again, I think if you're a person at home, I would probably recommend going microfiber then.
Yeah.
At least
for this kind of scratch.
I mean, we went.
If you're only going DA,
yeah,
I think that microfiber really does work well.
Definitely
for cutting.
I kind of messed up on that because I went foam first, and then I changed the pad and the liquid.
You want to try this area?
Yeah,
with just some microfiber?
I probably should go. Microfiber.
Is this
with
their
the
most
spray.
aggressive microfiber?
Yes, and this one's pretty beat down, but.
Is that how they get like that? Do they get beat down?
Yeah, they get. I probably should blow this one out, or can you hand me that other green one?
Oh,
right, yeah,
this one.
Yep.
Wow.
This
and
is
the green one is most
for Rupes.
aggressive?
This is for Rupes. I think every brand is a little bit different.
What makes this one less aggressive?
So the foam. You see how soft the foam is?
Oh wow,
so
that's how you get the change.
Oh
wow.
I believe. Okay. Yeah. Huh. I'm not quite the foam expert.
New business for me.
Yeah, I'm not quite the pad expert, that's for another episode. So, okay, microfiber just like we did on there. And then the last thing I want to do for this video is we'll wipe it with an IPA.
Okay.
And to see if we have any fillers or anything like that. You can already tell the microfiber's taking out more.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think it took out slightly more. Almost seems like it left a little bit of a haze. I don't know. That's interesting. I
wonder
would
if
definitely say
it's-
it took out more. Here's the thing it's really bringing out is the color. So where it's like really hazy before, it's
yeah.
restoring that like depth in the color. And then I'm just nitpicking with it in direct light of like how much of the scratches did it remove. But it's, I would say maybe 10-20% more cut with the microfiber, which is good. But this is kind of what I want is like the polish to be flexible depending upon what pad you're using, right? So let's let me wipe this here, and then let's wipe the whole panel with a wax and grease remover. Where did I put it? So this is not in the right bottle, but this is just a Rust-Oleum wax and grease remover, like they would use for paint and body. Right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I use this prior to ceramic coating a car.
Oh, okay.
So, but you're saying you wouldn't need to do this step, probably.
These surfactants are so clean that when mixed with water, you do the same thing with the polish, and that's why. That's why I feel we're working so well in the body shop is we're not doing any contamination.
So what would happen if you had a product that was filling, say glaze or something, this would remove the glaze.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
what we're showing here now is this is the true result of, and it looks the exact same.
Yeah.
Which is exactly...
This looks really good.
Which is exactly what you want. So you want it to look exactly the same.
Yep.
And then, but as you already showed, it's squeaky clean.
Yeah, it's squeaky clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. So I think that's a long enough video, Brian. I don't know how long we did. Probably at least 30 minutes, right? So what I want is your feedback in the comments. So Tom's been gracious with his time, and he can formulate anything we want. So in the comments below, this product is just at stage 1 of development. I mean, there's so much more testing that needs to be gone into it and stuff like that, but I want to bring you guys in on all that. So if you have any suggestions, you have any tips, there's any products that you want us to compare it to, I really want to make this a whole series. I'll bring Tom on it for the Rotary, and we'll discuss it. Next time I'll bring up 3D1. But please leave your comments below of suggestions or things that we should compare it to. And Tom, is there anything else you want to add?
No, man. No, it's been fun, Jimbo.
Cool. So thanks for your time.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and more to come.